Wasn't quite expecting to be crushed by rocks. Act 1, Scene 5. Elkhorn Mine. So this feels kind of like a personality test in some ways. The different options every single sentence. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? I'm okay, my leg is stuck. I'm gonna say I'm okay. I've got you. You're alright. Shit, your leg is pinned. I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay. Are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. It's fine. It's fine. Just try to stand up. Careful, I'm right here. Damn! Don't worry, I've got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now, let's see if this thing has power. Well, okay, there's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out one of the auxiliary exits. If there are any. I think there are. I can talk. I can walk. What about Weaver? What about the on-ramp? What about the on-ramp? We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So, the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. Okay. They're on my side, you say? Oh. Ah, that's the light. Okay. Ooh. Nice. This is a weird looking tram. I wouldn't have expected this to be what they used in mines. Like, it's on rails, but it's also seems to be kind of motorized. To be honest, I have no experience of how modern mines work nowadays. Turntable. What's this turntable? Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself. But this whole branch was underwater last I heard. How did that happen? Some careless miner or some unattended machine bored through into an underground lake. The water came in pretty fast, and a lot of folks got trapped in the tunnels. I only heard parts of how it went from there. Sanitized for the bereaved. You know how these big companies are. But there was gossip too. The trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off. But even then it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they... Are you okay? You lost some people down here, didn't you? Yeah. We all lost people down here. Well, not all of us, but most of us. It doesn't matter now. Look, this old turntable is still wired up. The controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks, if the water hasn't damaged it too much. Or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging up around the turntable is from the company store. Just junk, you know? The miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place. Or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which way is which down here. It's also dim and grey. And Shannon connects 2 clips leads from her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. Reaper's asked, by the way, are you going to get Xenoblade when it comes out? So, I think we will probably get Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Switch. I'm not 100% certain we're going to stream it. Because Pimsy's played it all the way through. I've played it all the way through except up to the final boss, which I've still not beaten. And I don't think it would be one of those games that we would play all the way from the beginning just to stream one area that we haven't seen before in the Bionis' shoulder, I think it is. So, I think we will get it. But then again, we still don't even know when it's going to come out. So, yeah. The answer is probably yes. We're on the trek between the animal bones and the rowboat, so... Tuning, the pendulum and the casket. The bat feeder and the scarecrow. Disconnect the signal generator. Okay. Well, interestingly enough, the bat feeder and the scarecrow has a different... Oh no, they both have the signal. It gets like a waveform as it travels through. But it's... There we go. Yeah, it's doing it for both of the options, actually. Let's try the bat feeder and the scarecrow. Ah, that's pretty cool. change the perspective of it. Okay. Well then... I can see how it would be easy to get lost down here. I'm not so sure heading down into the mine is a great idea. Dead end! Do you hear that? Kind of a muffled rumbling? Maybe we're near water. Maybe we're near the surface. Maybe we're near water. Could be. There was an underground lake around here years ago. I guess that's why they stopped digging so abruptly here. Alright, well, back we go. Reaper's gonna get Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Yeah, I mean, I am still interested in seeing what the new content in the Switch version is gonna be. And also, it's gonna look so much better than the Wii version, or even the Wii U version playing the Wii. But, yeah, I think it'd be cool. Oh, we've got broken track. I see. The tracks are all messed up here. This tram isn't going any further. I wonder what's down that tunnel. Alright, well, back to the turntable. Reaper's gonna get the Collector's or Specials Edition if it's available and have good stuff included. Yeah, I think that's cool. Usually they give, like, soundtracks, maybe some pins or badges or something. That usually is what Nintendo include in a special edition. So, connecting to again. We're on the track between the bat feed and the scarecrow, so... the animal bones and the rowboat. The pendulum and the casket. Alright, let's try the pendulum and the casket. I didn't think there'd be 3 different options, but it seems like there are. Pendulum and the casket. Reaper got the special edition for Xenoblade 2, so obviously I have to get it for Xenoblade 1. Yeah. So what was included in the Xenoblade 2 special edition, Reaper? Because I can't actually think what was in it. I think there was probably like pins and badges like I mentioned before. But otherwise, I'm not really sure what was in it. Aha! Okay. Playing Kentucky Route Zero, Pimsy. Alright, let's have a look at the stage. Damn, it's almost totally intact. I thought it would have been destroyed. Destroyed by what? When the mine flooded, I mean. It looks so fragile, doesn't it? It's a recording studio, basically. Kind of thrown together, but... when this mine was active, a couple of folk music archivists spent time here recording miners' songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So they stayed at the margins, observed, took notes, and then sometimes they'd get someone on a lunch break to sing into the microphone. Then I guess the power company got some kind of interest in the project and gave the archivists some coal script tokens to pay the miners with for their songs. Did you ever come down here? Or what do you think the archivists were after? Did you ever come down here? Yeah, I came here with my parents once or twice. They used to play music here, even when those archivists weren't around. It was a nice setup. Kind of rickety, kind of dangerous, I guess, but... I don't know. It had a good energy. It was warm sometimes. And Reaper explains that in Xenoblade 2, the Collector's Edition, it was a soundtrack of a CD in a metal case and an art book. Usually, Collector's Editions of games are very much worth it for getting art books because it's very rare you'll find them anywhere else. At least for Nintendo stuff. I mean, they've been doing a bit better. Actually, do I want to be on the turntable? No, I don't want to be. Nintendo have been getting a lot better when it comes to releasing art-related stuff for their main big series, whether that's Pokemon or Zelda or anything else like that. Let's switch this through. I need to head all the way to the right, I think. There we go. Yeah, I think it's worth it to get that kind of stuff. To get the Xenoblade 2 Collector's Edition now on Amazon, it was 160 euros at launch. It was like 80 when I bought it. Wow. See, that's the other thing that you can do with buying Collector's Edition, is you can sell them on eBay or whatever at a huge markup. Ooh, tape player. A dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the track, loaded with tape but starved for power. Ah, we're gonna have to disconnect something, I guess. Oh, is that the end of the track? Okay. Can I turn off the lights? Oh. I don't think I liked what I saw there. I saw some people in the foreground right next to the tram. That was a bit creepy. I also get now why that light is flickering on and off. Yeah, I'm not so sure I like that, actually. Ooh, okay. Let's turn this back on. So we're going to change it to the rowboat and the other one. I forget what it was called. The Repair Master asks, speaking of Nintendo, did you guys hear about the German lawsuit on their refund policy? Not only did they win, but the plaintiff paid for Nintendo's legal fees. Yes, I did actually. Basically, they won the lawsuit that says that the inability to cancel pre-orders on the digital eShop is not a breach of, well, I guess, law. So they've done very well for themselves in that sense. Also, I think they had a lawsuit against Maricar, which is kind of like a Mario Kart-esque spin-off. I'm not sure it's like an official enterprise, otherwise they wouldn't have, had a lawsuit about it. But yeah, they won that as well, so they've been doing pretty well for themselves. Oh, more paths in the mine. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't know much about the details either myself, but I know that they won, so. Huh. Exit. Okay. You want to go out? I guess why not? Thank God. Okay. Let's go. Let's poke around a bit here. I kind of want to have the tape player, but maybe the tape player was just to say, here's a creepy moment if you turn off the light. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, okay. That tunnel where the tracks were broken. I'd like to take a look down there. Do whatever you need. I'll just wait for you here. If you wait for me here, I'll just go take an... Oh! So it's the same option, but you get to choose who says it. Do whatever you need. I'll just wait for you here. Yeah. I think it feels better coming from the person that is, in more of a need to move on. Yeah. Thanks. I'll be right back. How is she going to see? Do I want to turn the lights off? Birdcage. A paper tag hangs from the birdcage by a string. Canary, 25 tokens. Canary is sold at the company store? Did they also sell respirators? No bones in the cage. The bird must have been set free. Or maybe the cage was cleaned. There are cardinals at the Louisville Zoo. And other birds, ostriches, eagles, emus. No canaries. Too common? Too small, maybe. But they have starlings. Starlings aren't much bigger than canaries. See, I don't know if there's a power consideration to be aware of here with the lights on. A pile of tape reels is jammed into the top of the tram. They must have been thrown on in a rush. The reels are unlabeled. The tape is decayed. Lysette and Ira's son, Charlie, talks about a piece of music he liked made with old decaying tapes. What was it called? Something about... Charlie had the most bizarre taste in music. Weird, noisy computer music. Where do you even hear that stuff? Louisville, probably. Or college. He was a smart kid. Damn pity. Oh. Something bad happened to Charlie then. I am going to keep the light on for Shannon. The notebook at the top of this dusty stack is labelled in black marker. The label is dusty and smudged, but it looks like it might say horses. Houses, maybe? Or verses, even? Crude and hurried handwriting, too. Lysette has immaculate handwriting. Pristine and measured cursive, never a stray mark. For the last several months, she filled out the receipts for each order, since that young couple complained about the handwriting on the order slip. It's carbon paper, anyway. It's bound to wear away over the time. If they're so precise about their records, they should put it on the computer anyway. Oh, come on. We don't want to look at the exit. I'm waiting for Shannon. Now, if I click exit, does that mean I'm locked into doing it? I hope not. Let's try it, though. Oh. Well. Is that Homer? Oh, I made it out. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to leave Shannon alone in the dark. Especially when there are going to be creepy weirdos in the mine. Have a look at the shack. The cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty stacks of tape reels and notebooks crowd the room, but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez, the green one is labeled R. Marquez, and the blue one is unlabeled. Let's go in order, I guess. The red one. The pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scrolled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined more evenly and divided up into charts correlating seasons, lyrics, harmonies, and coal holes. Okay, let's open the green one. On each page is a delicately rendered charcoal drawing. Most are portraits of rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along the minecart tracks, collecting pieces of wire. In one drawing, another young girl sits nearby, intently studying a book. And the last one. The notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematical formulas. Near the back of the book, what first looks like it might be... Oh yeah, this place. I didn't think you were coming back. These notebooks are labeled Marquez. Your parents are the archivists? I guess they are. Oh, what's going on with the text box? No, Weaver's parents are the archivists. My parents were miners. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's slow. I can walk on it, but it's painful. It is slow. Well, I'll try not to get too far ahead of you. You don't mind me hitching a ride, do you? I kind of got a lift out here, and I wasn't sure if, when I'd be heading back. I can drive. I can handle it. Yeah, maybe that's for the best. Don't drive with a leg that's broken. Well, I don't know if it is broken. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. I guess I should look for another route to Dogwood Drive. Yeah, I mean, doesn't necessarily need to be the Kentucky Route 0. Yeah, alright. Well, maybe asking Weaver about the 0 is the wrong place to start. Maybe we should just ask her for specific directions. Her answers are complicated enough without a layer of direction at the question. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right? At Wax and Peona. In the back of a bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever one you want to head to first. Just let me know. Well, we've already been to the farmhouse, so... Ooh. Okay, let's try this. Come on, Homer. I guess that's options there to be able to force yourself to drive or just ask her to do it. Lyset's Antiques. I guess this is your truck. Yep, this is my truck. Talk to Homer. How's it going, Homer? Homer? Homer, this is Shannon. Shannon, nice to meet you, Homer. Nice to meet you, Homer. I've got some dried banana slices in my bag. Would you like one? Ooh, yeah. Banana slices. Take care of your friend here, and there's more where that came from. Yeah. I like that. Alright, well, nothing else to do, so into the truck we go. Conway moves on. Conway slows down a bit. Why would I slow down a bit? There's nothing else we can even do here. Like, I can't move. There's nothing else to look at. I guess look at... Oh! Huh. Interesting. I did not realize this was an option in the field notes. Maintenance record, tram 5. Okay. So, Shannon's workshop is from the Marquez farm. Peona and Wax Road meet. Big bait and tackle shop. She fixes TVs in the back. Is that it? Seems like it. Yeah, so that's not where the zero on-ramp was. It's where the Elkhorn mines are. Okay. Fair enough. To the truck. It's time to go. Okay. Oh. Am I driving? Man, I thought she said she was driving. Wait, hang on. Alright, maybe I do need to, Oh, it's from the Marquez farm. Up north a ways, right by the lake. Okay. So we're looking for Peonia and Wax Road. North of the Marquez farm. Well, I'm kind of glad that, I don't have to worry about petrol. Because that would be an annoying consideration. Ah, the bait shop. Conway and Shannon pull into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads live bait. Minnows small and also large for stripers. Night crawlers, chips and beer. A green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into grass and eventually trees. The bait shop is closed. Enter the side door to Shannon's workshop. The walls are lined with cheap metal shelves loaded precariously with vacuum tubes, awkwardly shaped metal casings, and coffee cans full of electronic components. Shannon leads Conway to the back of the room, where a few TV sets in various states of disassembly are set up on a rough wooden table. She flips the switch on the power strip they're all plugged into, and the TV sets tremble to life. Ask Shannon about Weaver. Shannon points to a small security monitor on the table. The image on the screen is just black, but it seems to be fading slowly, almost imperceptibly, between different shades of black. Shannon tweaks a few knobs on the side of the monitor, but the picture doesn't change. Stare at the security monitor. The screen is a cavernous black. It hums and swells at the pace of the tide. Conway loses track of the workshop's walls. They could be inches away or miles. He is adrift on black water, traveling swiftly toward a rocky shore. There should be a lighthouse or a buoy by these rocks. It's too dangerous. Shannon switches off the power strip. Weaver is not here. Okay, well, let's go back to the farm then. Guitar player? Hello. A young man in grey-stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He is playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug, and to his right, a weathered dog. Let's pet the dog. The dog closes its eyes and pretends to be asleep. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. The thing is that when you give people money for performing, usually it's because if you stop and listen, right, then you should give some money to the people performing. But I didn't stop for him, I stopped for the dog. Let's listen. The young man whistles hoarsely, stops playing the guitar, and then looks up at Conway. He rambles for a few minutes about the weather, the dog, and his music, and returns to playing. As he walks back to his truck, Conway finds that he can hardly remember a word the young man spoke. Alright, fair enough. I wonder if there are going to be more of those things along all these little side roads. Alright, back at the farmhouse. And a new scene as well. We got Sugar Yan here that says, "Oh wow, look at the time. It's time to tune into the best streamers ever." Hello Yan, thanks for joining the stream. Today's choice is a little bit weird. It's Kentucky Route Zero. I don't know if you have any experience with Kentucky at all, Yan. But this game is promising to be kind of weird. I mean, it already is kind of weird. It's not promising to be that. But there might be a mystery to unravel behind it all yet. Especially when we're considering a magical highway That is the Kentucky Route Zero. Oh, okay. What's going on? Why have we stopped? Okay. Oh, Shannon came to help us up. Oh, that's nice. Also, clearly this is where we were meant to be, because otherwise there wouldn't be a scene transition. Graveyard. What is here at the graveyard? There's nobody buried here, you know. It's decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something. I don't know. A decorative graveyard? What the name? Yeah, a decorative graveyard? Weaver's folks were like that. Not morbid, I mean, but strange. Careless with tragic ideas. Oh, and look at that headstone. Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now I don't know. Decorative graveyard? Can we look at it again? A family graveyard is set up to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate. Nowakovsky, Padilla, Marquez. Why would they have a decorative graveyard? That's just weird. Careless with tragic ideas. You're not coming, Shannon? No, you are coming. Okay, fair enough. Well, I heard an owl. Didn't see an owl. Alright. So, let's talk to Shannon. So, this is where she was? Yeah, makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? Never really had any collateral. I owe some people some apologies. Ah, I never really had any collateral. Something to be said for that, I guess. My parents were like that, until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers, and for my mum, it was the canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too, a lot of it, all tuition. How did she pay it off? She said she was a mathematician or something. How did she pay it off? She didn't. She had no income. None of them did. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook, and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Jan says, I have no idea what this game is, but I'll just be here. That's fine. It's an adventure game, point and click indie game. As I've mentioned earlier on, it's been a long time coming. It started being released in 2013, and it's only just now been released as of yesterday. And the real Pie Master asks, are cats mostly self-sufficient? Other than feeding in the sandbox, do you need to do other things? I don't know, but I think cats just play with toys by themselves, and they don't need to go outside much at all. Well, it depends on the cat's breed, real Pie Master. So we have ourselves a couple of Bengal cats, and Bengal cats are a descendant of wild cats. Like, it depends on how many generations down the line you go. But generally, Bengals have more energy. They're much more energetic and playful. So they require more attention. Especially with this lump on the couch right next to me, Coda, because he had a very fun morning today. Oh, yes, he did. Essentially, we're having some housework done, and at the moment we have a hole in the wall. And Coda thought it'd be a fun idea to try and climb inside the wall. So we ended up having to cut another hole in the wall to get him out, like halfway around the other house. So yeah, it's like, Bengals take some attention. You can't just leave them be. But usually, like, normal domesticated cats can be kind of left alone, depending on, you know, how playful they feel and what your needs are in terms of taking care of them. But yeah, just keep that in mind if you want to get Bengals. Until tonight. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. She really seemed focused on that TV. Were you happy to see her? I don't know. It was so sudden, and it wasn't like a reunion. She just appeared. Oh. That's not something you see every day. That old TV right there. Well, that is a damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. And Reap had a cat in one apartment. Yeah, cats are great. They're awesome. Say, do you mind if I open it? Oh, looks like the dials are all corroded and the screen's leaking light a bit. Come on, I bet Lyset would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. I mean, sure. I don't see anything else we're gonna do around here. Reaper's cat. I mean, my flatmate one day, right when I returned from a full day at college, Tyre just came with a cat. I hated that cat. No, come on. Cats are cats. They're cool. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Look, they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay. I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I'll pull this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that oughta... Should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? Hey, that looks dangerous. What are you doing there? A little bit to the left? That looks dangerous. What are you doing there? Damn. Okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There. Just gotta turn it north-south and... Is he focusing on the horses again? Whoa. Okay. There we go. That's the sign. The barn is the way to Kentucky Route 0. So why did Weaver tell us a different place? Oh, she told us to go and get Shannon. Well, how about that? Okay. Well, I assume that is an end of act stinger, now that we have found the Kentucky Route 0. Reaper hated the cat because they were renting the apartment. In the contract it said no animals, and then he had to take care of it as well. Scratched the sofas and the living room chairs. Yeah, cats do that if you don't, like, train them not to. End of Act 1. Do you go pss, 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 and the cats come to you? I do that. No, these cats do not come to us when we go pss, 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 pss. They hear their names, and they hear the clink of their food bowls, and they come running to that, but they don't do, like, go for normal cat stuff, so. Alright, well, that was Act 1 completed.